everyone, welcome to today's session. You can do this on its own any time of day, or you can actually add it before the sun salutation variation with Superman or any of the other practices. But come and join me lying on your back. And once you get down to your back, just get yourself nice and comfy, knees are bent, feet flat on the floor. Just double check to make sure that pelvis is in neutral, so the hip bones are level with the pubic bones. You're not pushing that lower back down towards the floor, tilting the pubic bone up, or overly arching the lower back, tilting the pelvic bone down towards the floor. And just release the arms down by the side of your body, not too close to the side, but just so that the backs of the arms, shoulder blades can connect to the floor. Palms facing up, soften the hands and the fingers. Just a few deep breaths here. Just allowing you to transition from your day to your yoga practice. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Start to slow the breath down. Let's warm up the tummy muscles by hugging in towards the center line, lower belly, upper belly. So there's muscles that wrap all the way around and all the way back round that help stabilize the spine and the pelvis. Coming into our leg floats, float the right foot off the floor. Maybe that right knee comes up so it's roughly under that right hip. Maybe you don't float the leg up so high, and then float the left foot up. Keep it slow and controlled. The movement's coming from the hip joint. No movement at the knee or the ankle. And as you float that foot off the floor, you'll get that hip hinge. Upper body's relaxed. Still inhaling and exhaling through the nose, starting to mobilize that hip joint. Keep that gentle hug into the midline. And as you float the right foot up this time round, pause here for a moment. You can stay here with the knee bent, or you can lengthen the leg out, hip circles. The movement is coming from the hip joint. Start off with a small range of movement. Check that that left leg is still. Maybe place the left hand on that left thigh. And I'm just imagining that I'm drawing circles on the ceiling. And just remember, you can do this with the knee bent. And then slowly change direction of the hip circle. Keeping the movement at the hip joint. Slow and controlled, just a small range of movement. And then float that right foot down. Let's go back to our leg floats. Float the left foot off the floor. Slowly lower. Keep that gentle hug into the midline. Right. And then left. And then right. And then left. Staying here. Hip circles at that left hip. Knee can be bent, or you can lengthen that leg out. Doesn't matter if you start clockwise or anti-clockwise. Just slow and controlled, drawing circles on the ceiling. And then slowly change direction, keeping that right leg still. Maybe the right hand is on that right thigh, just to remind you to keep that leg still. And then slowly float that left foot down. Go back to the leg floats and maybe add in an arm float. Maybe the fingertips point up towards the ceiling, or maybe the arms just pointing down towards the mat, so roughly in line with the thigh. Just work with whatever feels comfortable for that shoulder joint. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm. The arm feels light, The leg feels light, it's just floating the leg up, floating the arm up. Gentle hugging to the midline. Check that you're not flaring the lower ribs out. And let's do one more each side. And then slowly float the right foot off the floor, hug that right knee in, slide that left leg out nice and long. So slide the heel away along on the mat, flex that left foot. So that left leg is resting on the floor. Circle that right ankle. Change direction of your ankle circles. And then flex that foot. Keep hugging that knee in. Check there's no discomfort in that right knee. Keep flexing both feet. And then slide that left heel all the way back in. Hug that left knee in. Float the right foot down towards the floor. Slide that right leg out nice and long. Allow it to rest on the floor. Flex the right foot. Circle out the left ankle. And then change direction. And then flex that foot. So both feet are flexed. That gentle hug in with the left knee to the body. And then slowly slide that right foot in, hug both knees in towards the body. Maybe a gentle sway from side to side, or maybe just stay nice and still. Slowly float one foot down, the other foot down, and slowly curl over to one side, whichever side feels comfortable for you, and slowly peel your way off the floor, crawl up to tabletop. And once you get to tabletop, set your base, knees underneath the hips, spreading the fingers, shoulders over that hip joint, gentle hugging to the midline. Just pause here for a moment. Breathe wide and full. And on your next exhale, tuck the chin and slowly curl vertebrae by vertebrae into your cat. Inhale, slowly uncurl vertebrae by vertebrae, neutral spine. Pause here for a moment, soften the chest, that gentle hug in. Exhale, curl vertebrae by vertebrae, cat. Work with your own range of movement. Pause here as you inhale, and as you exhale, slowly uncurl vertebrae by vertebrae, neutral spine, soften the chest slightly. Inhale, keep that gentle hug in, and as you exhale, one more, cat, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, and as you exhale, slowly uncurl vertebrae by vertebrae. Slowly step that left foot forward, low lunge, lengthen the spine. Slowly come all the way up. Tuck the right toe, so you're on the ball of the right foot. Push down through the ball of the right foot, push down through the left foot. And then bring the arms up, palms facing, arms shoulder height. Pause in here for a moment. Keep that gentle hug in. You can imagine that you've got a bow, so bow and arrow. So you can keep the fingers pointing long on the left hand, or you can bend the fingers, and then just imagine that you're pulling back on the string of your bow. Slight rotation, keep that chest open so you're broad across the collarbone. Looking straight ahead, elbow back, left shoulder blade squeezing in towards the spine, and then slowly, 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 slowly bring the arm forward. Let's do that again, squeezing back, pulling back the string on the bow, slight rotation, elbow back, shoulder blade squeeze in, slowly come forward. Let's do that again, pulling it back, slowly forward, pulling it back, slowly forward. Let's do one more, pulling that string back on the bow, slowly forward, and then reach the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Make a fist with the hands, circle out the wrists. and then change direction. And enjoy that nice long stretch. Push down through the feet, reach the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling, feel the shoulder blades lift up. And then just slowly heel toe the feet wide. Exhale, hinge forward, coming into a low lunge. Hold it here, lizard, some people may refer it to. You may want to bring that right knee back, check that that pelvis is neutral, gentle hug in. And then from here, just making a few circles, low lunge hip circles. Check in with the breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And then slowly change direction. And then slowly come back to centre. Pause here for a moment. Just enjoy that stretch. I can feel mine along here down my glute. Keep that spine nice and long. And then from here, slowly crawl back to your tabletop. Set your base, spreading the fingers wide, shoulders over the hips. 2 cats, coming back to that neutral spine. So take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, gentle hug in, slowly round the back, working with your own range of movement, coming into your cat. Inhale here in your cat. And as you exhale, slowly uncurl vertebrae by vertebrae, coming to that neutral spine. Just soften the chest slightly here. And then as you exhale, tucking that chin, slowly curling vertebrae by vertebrae. And then slowly uncurl. Neutral spine. Step that right foot forward, coming into a low lunge, lovely long spine. Tuck the left toes, slowly come up, set your base. Left glute is on, gentle hug into midline, float the arms up, fingertips pointing straight ahead, palms together, bow and arrow on the right. So you can keep the fingertips of the right hand long, or you can bend the fingers and then pull back on that string. Hips are still pointing straight ahead, slight rotation, keep the chest open, elbow back, right shoulder blade squeezes in towards the spine, slowly lengthen out the arm coming back, and let's squeeze back. So you're looking straight ahead. Pull back, slight rotation, shoulder blade squeezes in. Keep that gentle hug in, keep the glute activated. You've got 3 more. That's 3. Slowly forward for 2. Last one. Slowly come forward, reach the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling, push down for the ball of that left foot, push down for the right foot, and then spread the fingers really wide, really wide. Make a fist, spread the fingers really wide. And then slowly hinge forward, maybe heel toe that right foot. Hands are on the inside of that right foot. Keep that pelvis in neutral. Make any adjustments that you need to. Keep that chest open. Gentle hug in. And then hip circles. Kneeling lunge, hip circles. Work with your own range of movement. Keep it slow and controlled. And then slowly change direction. And then come back to centre, just pause here for a moment. And then we'll crawl back to tabletop for 1 round of cat into neutral spine. So start for neutral spine, gentle hug in, tuck the chin, slowly curl vertebrae by vertebrae. Cat, just pause here. Inhale, exhale, slowly uncurl. And then from here, just come to an easy cross-legged. Option to grab a yoga block or a folded up blanket or throw that you can sit on. Sit up nice and tall. And then from here, just drop the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Feel a gentle stretch down the left side of the neck. And then slowly hip circles. So the chin's coming forward, head's coming forward. Half circling all the way up towards the left. And then slowly half circle all the way back round. Half a neck circle, back all the way around, so that chin's coming round to the front, round all the way up to the left, maybe look up, and then slowly back round. Slowly bring the head back to centre, drop the left ear down towards that left shoulder, just a slight stretch, and then half circle again, drop that chin down, slowly come around to centre, slowly come all the way back up. And then slowly bring that chin all the way back round. Slow and controlled, work with your own range of movement. One more. And then slowly, slowly back round. And then bring the head back to centre. Bring that right arm behind you. Maybe the right hand can come on and hold on to the left arm, maybe not. And then just relax that left hand on that left thigh, sit up nice and tall, weight even in both seat bones. And then slowly drop the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Maybe close your eyes and feel that stretching down the right side of your neck. Just pause here. If it feels too much, just slowly bring the head up. So there should be no pain or discomfort, just a mild stretch, a mild tension. Inhale and exhale through the nose. And then just release that right hand, bring that right arm all the way back to the right hand, rests on that right thigh. Use that left hand to slowly bring the head all the way back up. And then bring that left hand behind you. Maybe the left hand can hold on to that right arm, maybe not. Keep that right hand resting on the thigh. And then slowly bring in the right ear towards that right shoulder. Maybe close the eyes again. If they're already closed, just keep them closed. If it feels too much, just bring that head up a little bit. So you just got that mild tension. And then just bring your awareness to the breath, the air flowing in and out of the nose. And very slowly release that right arm. Bring that left hand back to the left thigh. Use that right hand to help bring that head all the way back up. And then just a few gentle shoulder rolls backward, rolling the arms back. Still sit up nice and tall. That gentle hugging to keep that pelvis stable, supporting the spine. And then from here we're going to transition to lying on the floor. If you've got your blanket, you can keep that out. Slowly come back down. And then just slowly open the arms out to the side. The hands are in line with the elbows in line with the shoulders. Soften the hands, soften the fingers, soften the elbows, opening out the chest. Just a few deep breaths here. And then slowly float the right foot off the floor. Slowly lengthen that leg out. Keep the knee roughly over the hip. And then just gently flex the foot. Just hold it here. Feel that stretching down the calf and the hamstring. And then slowly point the toe up towards the ceiling. May change the sensation slightly. And then one more time, flex that foot. Can keep the knee soft or the knee bent if that feels more comfortable for you. And then relax that foot, bend that knee, and then slowly float that foot down towards the floor. Slowly float the left foot off the floor, slowly lengthen that leg out. Knee roughly in line with the hip, knee can be soft or bent if that feels more comfortable. And then flex that foot. Feel the lengthening down the back of the left leg. And then slowly point the toe, nice and slow. Maybe feel the sensation of the stretch changing. And then one more time, flex that foot. Relax the foot, bend the knee. Slowly float that left foot down. And just slowly slide the arms down towards the sides. The arms don't come all the way into the sides, just allow the palms to face the ceiling, soften the fingers, and just allow the backs of the shoulders, the shoulder blades stay in contact with the mat. And then just a really easy windscreen wiping off the knees, keeping the soles of the feet in contact with the floor, just nice and easy and slow. Just a few of these, only if it feels comfortable. And then come to stillness. And a few deep breaths here. Maybe heel toe the feet wide and allow the knees to fall in together so you're knock kneed. And you can stay here for as long as you like, keeping the awareness on the breath, the air flowing in, the air flowing out. And just let the breath be, try not to control it, and just keep the awareness on the breath. If your mind drifts without judgment, just slowly bring it back. Staying present, staying mindful of the breath. You can stay here for a minute or two, or even longer. I'd like to thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you soon.